Happy Friday. How are you all doing? Hopefully you're all ready for a great weekend, and for those who are having a bank holiday weekend, I hope you have a fantastic one. So I got the rest of the pathing down to the bottom bit and did a little bit more of this rock work. And apologies for no stream on Tuesday, I got stuck at work again. Seems to happen a lot, bless it, but it is what it is. So slowly working on this. I got the castle kitchen in this week. We'll go take a quick look at that. The plan is to work on the staircase at the front of the castle. My shulker monster is getting bigger. So I put this room in this week. I'm probably going to have to take out some of the pictures because pictures are entities. So we now have a castle kitchen. You'll allow it this time, DMC. Thank you. So this went in this week, which isn't too bad. It's supposed to be a bread oven and a roasting pit and the chandeliers and herbs and decorative bits. Cooked meat and some eggs. But it didn't turn out too bad. Not 100% sure on it. And it looks slightly different, obviously, if I remove the resource pack for the light. It gives it a bit more shade. Options, resource pack. How have you been, DMC? How's your week gone? Oh, thank you for the resub. 34 months. So yeah, the room's not doing too badly. Now, if I can stop walking into walls, we need to go take care of the staircase at the front. So I need you. I'll probably need you. We'll grab you as well. Yep, I'll grab you. And you. I'm looking for stone. I know I have a bunch. And we'll have to figure out how we're going to light up the area as well. Okay. So. That's a little bit of stone. Let's move this lot out of the way. So we don't need those. We'll grab that. Stone cutter. Probably need a crafting bench as well. Hopefully that'll do. I've been thinking, and that's never a good idea. I put this giant statue here, but I'm wondering if I should find one that's about half the height and move this one from there to between these staircases about halfway up. Is what I'm thinking. Maybe platforming it a little bit, up and in kind of thing, and have that giant statue there instead of inside, so it's more visible, and find something that's half the size for in there. or maybe 3/4. Right. So these go every 2. Question is, I'm thinking of kind of continuing some of this down the stairway just to help light it up. Now that I've had a thought about it for a few seconds. Let's grab... Where are you? You're here somewhere because I saw you 2 seconds ago. It was the blaze rods and... Here we go. I knew I'd seen it. And... Smaz gave me some copper, so... which was amazing of him. Oh, hang on. I haven't slept in a bit. Let's jump in the bed first. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen. We're going to have phantoms annoying us. Oh, it looks like Vivi Moore is moving villagers. Hopefully he'll... Hi, Fantabulous One. How are you doing today? Right. So... I'm thinking if we kind of... Where did this come to? 1, 2, 3. And it was on the last one. Okay, we can correct that. That'd be easy enough to do. That way it lines up all the way down. How are you doing today, Fantabulous? Get you there. We'd have to do the same on this side, obviously. So it makes the staircase just a little bit wider. Once we get down to the bottom, we've got to figure out how I'm going to deal with the pathway that's going to go down through the woods. But it was good to get another room in the castle done this week. So I've done that, but I really should finish off going down the stairs, shouldn't I? That way I've got all of it. What's everybody been up to? Anything interesting? Oops, and that's not where I want that to be. It's a lot easier doing this going downwards than coming upwards. Go. Ooh. Now I put this in place. I'm going to have to alter it. I need those 2 blocks. I will have to figure out how we shape this a little better. Otherwise it's going to be weird. I may have to just push it back a little bit. That needs to come forward instead. But let's get these bits done first. Then I know what room I've got to play with. Probably should have put the staircase in first. Hi, Eck. It has been a while, but it's really good to see you. I hope you've had a great day, and it was good to chat to you yesterday. Right, so let's get this out of the way. And I'm going to have to reshape just a little bit. Just knock kind of some corners off, hopefully will do. We'll know for sure. I'm just going to fill it in flat for the moment, but I'm going to have to reshape it. You got 11-hour layover in O'Hare? Oh, so you got your flight booked then to come over the pond? Not you, you're in the wrong place. So what we've been working on this season is a castle. And I'm slowly doing the interior. Right, so... And we have a dungeon with some farms in it, though the dungeon's not complete. Right, I now have those, so we'll just finish converting those to that. We need the copper blocks. Actually, we have 64 of you, so we'll start with you and see where we go to from there. Right. So now, how do I want to handle this? I'm going to put that in. I was going to do that first, but I'm not going to. I've changed my mind. We're going to do the stairs first. Do I want to just continue this outside, or do I want to do something different? Where's the stone? So I'm thinking we might mix the stone and the tuff. Let's start at the top. And you're going to be in the way. Because of course you are. Because I never pre-plan where I'm going to put my stuff and gets underfoot. Ooh, let's rescue that. I don't think I want to do that. I'm just going to take a quick look at what we did with the paths on the roof. I'm pretty sure it was similar, but yeah. So it'd be to here. See, I don't want it to be quite as nice as it is in... Hi, Miss Mist. You was going to put up with 7 hours, so you'd arrive in London about noon and could check it right into the hotel. You'd rather not roam around London with luggage for 6 hours before being able to check in. That is true. That'd be a pain. How are you doing, Miss Mist? It's good to see you. Right. So... because I'm trying to decide whether or not to do stone for this bit. Or whether to do the brick. Theoretically, I could take this down and all the way out. You're just puttering today? Oh, that's good. Sometimes it's nice to have a puttering kind of day, Miss Mist. So maybe we do the... Okay. It is supposed to be a nicer area. Because it is the main entrance. Doesn't let us go to posh. Let's put you away for a second. Where's the edge? The edge is here. So let's grab that back out again then. Not the stone, thank you. Right, so it is here to here. And then we will try not to fall down. because falling down holes is not a good thing to do. It's a very, very bad idea. You may book a day room at Hilton that's attached to O'Hare. Oh, that's a cool idea. You could, that way you've got somewhere to go instead of just sitting around in the airport for 11 hours. 11 hours is a long time. Let's grab you. I want stairs. I know I saw some stairs. See? I knew I'd seen some. Oh, for those who are late, not late, don't mean it that way. I mean later into the stream. I came up with a kitchen this week. So we now have a castle kitchen. Okay, let's go put these. You like it? Yeah, it's... My only concern is the paintings. Exactly, you could have a quick look round the city while you're there. Because paintings are entities, I may have to remove some of them. Because we're only allowed the 50 entities, so... And there's 15 paintings. So that may need to change. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. Okay, now let's put... Oh, your slabs. Okay, that's fine. I grabbed the wrong one. Let's grab the one further up. And now you're in the way there. I can't win, can I? They always end up where I don't want them to be. It's the way it works. I have you. Right. Now we need to get rid of you lot. And we'll go see you about rescuing the blocks. Because it's tough. And there's no point wasting it. Right, I have an ender chest on me. Good. Where's my... Did I put my rockets down somewhere? Where would I have put the rockets? Okay. Trying to think where I put the rockets. Maybe I put them down. I was working with the villagers yesterday. Grab some more carrots. No. Thought maybe I'd put them here. But I'm not seeing them. Where else would I have put them? Here we go. Retrace my steps and I find them. I have a few holes in the terraforming to fill in. I just didn't want to come down here and not have enough rockets to get back up with. Right, so, any more of them floating around? Not that I can see. I'm getting a little better at taking off in the water. Just a little. Get you filled in. Right. So I'm going to take you to almost the edge, I think. I want to do that. No, we'll pretend we have one more step. Should line up there. No, stairs don't go that way. Not when you're trying to walk up them anyway. Right. Okay, so I need one more. Thought I was far enough over. I wasn't. But then we all know what Thought did. Followed a milk cart and thought it was a wedding. Right, so once we've got those. We've got to put doors in there too. So I've got to figure out a door design. Going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Because I have it inset here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I could have the doors half and half in the open position and kind of have it attach at the edge here maybe a little bit. Maybe that'll work. We'll see. Maybe a dark oak door with black stone buttons, as if it had cast iron rivets on it. Getting the little bit of lag spite every so often. Which isn't good. So I want some more posh stairs. We'll see if that's enough or not. So you got your dates for your flying over then? And how's the family doing? Okay. Move you over a little bit. Just 2 more. Okay, not quite enough. Uh, 64 of you. We'll change you to stairs because we're going to need a whole bunch more for the other staircase. 8th of October to the 21st, with a side trip to Paris for a few days in there too. Oh, that's cool. And it should be out of peak school holiday period, so although London's always busy anyway. At least this will mob proof this section. There we go. Ouch. People dying to zombies. That's never a fun thing. Right, so we want a whole bunch more of you. Yeah, both cities are busy, but at least it shouldn't be nuts as last trip. Ah, the announced coronation date, yeah. That would have been a busy time. So you got your plans for what you want to see? I know you want to see Notre Dame now that it's repaired. Well, I'm assuming you do. Fill this slot in. So your Paris plans are set and you're starting what you want to do with the UK. Yeah. That's cool. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with my long break this year. Haven't even decided when I'm going to take it yet. Right, so if I should let's move that up here a second. Now I had all those stone bricks I made. Where did I put them? I want those, but I want these ones too. Just to fill this area in. It's going to be covered over, but I don't want a gap there for spiders, etc. Notre Dame is the reason you wanted to go now. You want to see it when it's still fairly clean from the renovation. True. Before it gets all grimy with the city gunk. Okay, and then we'll do this one here. Technically, I'm going to remove you three. And we'll do that. That way it doesn't look like it just butts up against it and it actually keys in. You're going to take a trip to Stonehenge? That's cool. I've drove past it a few times but haven't actually gone in to see it. Is it Aysbury nearby as well? I think that's almost as big, in a different kind of way. I think they believe it's almost as old. It's what, about 7,000–8,000 years? Okay, then I'm wondering about in here if I switch this to grab you. Push you back a step. Just to give it a little bit more of a pattern as well. Like I said, just thinking about breaking it up a little bit. And with the copper bulbs, it should light it up a bit. We'll see how it looks if we like it or not. We can always take it out. And then we want to come up. Right. So technically you would put the stone in first, and we'll alter things as we need to. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I think it's a good idea to move that giant statue from out there into in between these two staircases. What I need to do at some point next time I go to London is visit Westminster. The cathedral. Oh, there we go. See about bringing this down. That. I guess Stonehenge is cool. It's just there's lots of stone circles in the UK. There's a few near me. They're not big ones. They're just small, a lot smaller than that. But they are dotted all over the place. The little henges. You saw that on your first trip. It was gorgeous. Yeah. It's one of those places I want to visit at least once in my lifetime. And spend a full day exploring kind of thing, or as long as reasonably possible, because there's so much there. York Minster's cool too. Though I've only seen it from the outside, I haven't been inside. But then York isn't that far away. By what, 30-40 minutes by train? Where are you? Stoney's over here. Let's get a couple more of those. But then there's so many different old places and castles dotted all over the place. Yeah. Oh, I enjoy seeing them. I'm not overly religious either, as such. So yeah, it's not... I have my beliefs and they're my beliefs kind of thing. I don't push them on anybody else or expect anybody else to push theirs on me. I'm very much a believer of what goes around comes around. And you treat people as you find them. But yeah, cathedrals are... When you think of how old most of them are, and how much work and effort went into building them, they're amazing architecture. Because sometimes I wonder if they'd even have the ability to build them now. Because everything seems to be steel and concrete instead of stone and carvings and archways and stuff like that, if that makes sense. So we need to do kind of the same here. Dante Chapel is on your list for Paris. The stained glass there are amazing. Yeah, there's so much artwork went into things. Because they weren't just buildings. They were literally art. And it's a shame that they don't do this, they haven't continued that kind of tradition. Or if they have, I haven't seen much of it. Because not only are they functional, they're beautiful. 26 of you. Don't get me wrong, not saying all modern things are ugly as such. Some of them are beautiful. They're just not built the same way. They're not built to stand the test of time. They're kind of expected to come down in the next... You're lucky if you're the last 50, 60 years. I'm going to do a whole bunch more stone. Oops. Like I say, not saying they aren't, some of them aren't nice. It's just, yeah. You can see that when they built them, they meant them to last. We get these in. We need some more of you. One more. One isn't going to do. So where are you? You are here. You are here. We need some redstone. Oh, I forgot the, where are you? We got just copper bulbs. Gives me just over a stack. Have I done this right? I haven't done this right, have I? Yes, I did. I was thinking I'd lined it up. They brought in specialists from around the world to help with Notre Dame because of the techniques used in the... Yeah, that's the thing. They don't use the techniques anymore, so it doesn't surprise me they had to bring them in from all over the world. I'm glad they were able to restore it though. It would have been a shame to lose it completely. Right, so for you... I remember when York Minster caught fire, and that took a long time to rebuild as well. Okay. Hope things don't spawn while we're building. We don't need creepers and all the other fun mobs. Okay. We need to put the stone in. Then we'll take a look. Okay. Almost done. Right, let's get the next set of blocks in. As long as I can place them. And before we start the other side, I want to go to the top and take a look and make sure it looks okay. If it doesn't, we can always take it out and come up with something else. Like I say, these are going to have to be reshaped and pushed back a little bit. Okay, we're going to need a few more of those. I really should turn that off so it's not annoying you. Just handy to know what's spawnable sometimes. And I tend to phase it out. I don't notice it. Kind of like white noise. There in the background, but you don't pay attention to it. Ah, yeah. put that one back in. There we go. Right. Let's take a look. You remember reading that they were consulting the restorers in the UK who restored a cathedral? Yeah, York Minster. York Minster caught fire in, I want to say, the 80s, early 90s. And it took ages for them to restore it. It got gutted by the fire, pretty much. Like I say, it took them a long time to restore it properly. Doesn't look too bad. Like I say, it's supposed to be the posh entranceway. So we'll have one on both sides. Let's check how wide this statue is. I can't remember. I think it was 20 odd, I want to say, because it came from here. So six, 27. Yeah, I think it was 26 by 27. Like I say, I like the statue, but I'm just wondering if it's a little bit too big for in here. I'm thinking it might look better outside, and this be find something that's just a little bit shorter. Right, so 26, 27. And if I remember right, I did this at 20 steps. So that's 40. So call it 28. But it, I'm not sure how it would look just there. Right, I'm thinking you need to come out. I think you're too far. I think you should probably just stop there. And then down here we want a path. Well, a small road for the coaches. A water feature maybe? Yeah. So I need something here because that area can't be blank. Which was why I was wondering about moving the statue, but I'm wondering if it's going to be too big and overpower the front of the build. Whereas, like you say, a water feature, maybe a series of fountains that flow into each other of some kind. That might work. Yeah, because I could make 3 or 4 steps in there. Because it's 40 blocks by 20 high. So it could be 5 blocks high each time. 8 blocks wide kind of thing. And have one fountain flow down into the next fountain. And into the next kind of thing. I'll have a think on that because that sounds like a good idea. That might be a lot better than moving the statue. Just won't be a second, just pouring out a drink. There we go. So yeah, let's connect back on. Oh, I forgot to refresh, didn't I? Almost at the right time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to figure out something with water. We're going to have some nice water features that kind of flow in. Or maybe, depending if I can make some tiny kind of like water fountainy statues pour into a central stream of water that flows down. Oops, I paused the chat somehow. Apologies. That might work well. But yeah, for here, let's sort out. So you come down to there. Now this last bit. I suppose it could be half slabs. But let's move you round the corner. How wide are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I don't do those, but I switch to these. Just move that out a bit. Otherwise it's going to be in a weird place. And I do that. Okay, let's grab a few more of those. Then we'll figure this bit around. Yeah. It might work well. My opinion on trains? Trains are awesome. That's my opinion on trains. And let's get a second set. You love trains? That's cool, Marolo. And I'm butchering your name. Morol Gober. Morol Gober. Apologies for butchering your name. It's a service I provide. Right. And that's going to change because we're going to make this path a little wider. So it's probably going to go to there. None of the streamers can pronounce it. Yeah. Let's do the ban on that because we've got another bot, bless them. Let's go. Bye-bye. We don't need bots, bless. But yeah, trains are cool. As a kid, I enjoyed York Steam Train Museum. There's a train museum there in York, which was cool to visit. You get spoiled by reliable trains when overseas, yeah. So we have that. Now, I need a bunch of slabs. Oh, yeah. You're going around to different small streamers and asking their opinion on trains. Well, how's your polling going? Hopefully most of them are in the positive. Very good. That's awesome. I'm going to use you. I'm going to go grab some moss. Only one said not good? Ah. I guess there's always got to be somebody who doesn't like trains. Though I must admit, my dad used to like trains until he was in a train crash, and then he wouldn't go on a train. Which is kind of understandable. Spending 3 days in a coma from head injuries from a train crash tends to have that effect for you. Okay, where did I put the moss? Some mossy... I don't want mossy cobble, I want mossy stone. More. This shulker monster is getting bigger and bigger. I am going to have to deal with putting it away. There we go. Oh, there's on the server there is a very, very, really good shulker farm. So they give the shulkers away for free. So I started the season off with 2 full shulkers of shulker shells. So I don't have to grind at all. So there's people on the server who give away a stack of shulkers per day, or shulker shells. So we're not short of shulkers. So we don't tend to have to worry about them. Yeah, it's a lot. which makes it a little easier. There are people who make public farms on the server, so it does make life easier, considering I'm not much of a farmer. True, shulkers are pretty much disposable. Right. I'm thinking I may need to change these just here to solid blocks. And we've just got enough of that stack anyway. And then from here, I can change it to the slabs. We will detail the slabs afterwards, because I'll mix it up with a bit of mossy and a bit of maybe some cobble, but I'm not sure on the cobble, because this is supposed to be the posh entrance to the castle. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where do you line up? You line up about here. Would put maybe you there. That way we have a kind of rough roadway, because it's going to go down there and join up with the dirt path. No problem. You have a great day, and I hope you get all the answers you want to from your question. Take care and have fun, okay? Bye now. Right, so I'm trying to decide if I should do this in cobble. I was thinking a nice stone bit, but I'm wondering if I should just do cobble here instead. Well, we'll do a section of it in this, and we'll do a small section in the cobble variants, and then make up my mind. Sometimes you just need to put the blocks down and figure out. So now let's break it up a bit. It needs the detailing block. That's just my concern with this, because we don't have a cracked variant of this. Oh, we don't want a double slab, we just want a single slab. Okay, so we have that. Let's go grab the cobble variants. I'm still thinking the front of the castle above the door and the windows is a bit plain. I may need to add some braziers up there. Okay, so we've got 20 of you. And then we'd use that as well, I think. Let's grab you. Oh, and you, because there's no point wasting you. Top you up. There's a moss. Okay. You out for a second. So let's put you back, you back, you back, and you. Anything else? Not for the moment. Yes, you can go away. So let's do 40 of you. Gives us a stack of you. And let's take a look and see how a cobbled version of the area would do. Because it may be better to go down that route. After all, it's a path. Well, a roadway, but it's for horses and carts. It's not for cars. That wasn't enough. Let's put you back in and grab you. Let's do some tough. I want that one back there. Okay. I'm thinking I prefer the cobble at this point. So I think it has a bit more of a contrast. I was thinking brick because it's a posh entrance, but I think the cobble would do just as well. And then I can, and it's probably a better idea because when it reaches the forest line, about here, round here-ish, I can merge it into a dirt path easier from the cobble than I can the stone. And I don't think I'm going to bother with... I was thinking originally of edging it on the opposite side as well. But because there's this here, and I think it's going to be either a grassy or some tiny trees on it, I may not need to bother. Get you. Need you there either, to be honest, because we've got the copper bulb. So let's switch the blocks in my inventory. So I don't need you for the moment. Gonna need you. Right. Oh, well, I don't need you after all. We have several variants of it there. And there's a shulker of cobble and the shulker of moss. So let's take those with us. See? And my shulker monsters, they get bigger and bigger. And then move around. Right, so, mossy stone. Gives us 4 stacks. Let's switch things out a little bit. So I've got some of each variant. It would probably be good to have some carrots. And then we just need to figure out how we're going to light the forest up. Yep, we're still okay. I'm just going to take it to there for the moment because it'll need to come round here. And then it kind of follows that path down there. But it's a case of how far do I take the cobbled path rather than, and where I switch it into dirt. But we'll figure that out. We always do. Come in. I'm almost as bad with slabs as I am with stairs. With stairs I could just keep falling off them when I'm trying to place them. Okay, we ran out. I didn't make anywhere near enough. Oh, Jo was on. Hadn't seen Jo on the server for a bit. Hope she's doing okay. See how that goes. I know we're going to get a bit of the stone back when we detail. We also need to bring this in front of the other steps. Right. But first things first, let's sort out where the moss is going to go. And then we'll wonder where the tuff's going to go. How are we doing? Trying to break things up just a little bit more. Okay. Oops. Double slabbed instead of single slabbed. Okay, so now tuff. And yes, I've got used to calling it tuff instead of tuft. It just took a little bit. Oh, I didn't do this bit, did I? So let's put the mossy in first. And we'll come back through this bit. I think it looks better with at least 3 variants of the stone rather than just the mossy and the normal brick. Don't get me wrong, it looks up the, all right up there because we also have the cracked variant in it. Plus it's on top of the castle, so rather than where the edge of the woodland's going to be. Here we go with another bot. There we go, bye bye. Let's get you. Okay, so it's not too bad. Let's go grab some stone and start on this path down here. Because we need to widen the path out like we did on this side. Because it needs the extra 2 blocks. Then we can have the 2 staircases. Whoops! I walked off the edge, Pendle. Let's get you done. It's not too bad because it's kind of rinse and repeat of the other side. But seeing as we know what we've built on the other side, it shouldn't take us long to do it. Let's go. Okay. Then we need to come down with the bricks as well. But yeah, I'm wondering about putting a couple of braziers, one there and one there, on either side of the doorway. See, it looks a little bit empty up there to me, because that's very packed with things, whereas this isn't. So this area is a little bit sparse. So I'm wondering about putting a brazier somewhere there and somewhere there. You know what it's like, you look at the build and you keep thinking, I really should tweak this and I really should tweak that. And then the project gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then before you know it, it's a 500 by 600 project. Right, so let's change those to bricks. What can you say? I'm terrible. Grab you. I'll grab you. It's already a case of I'm thinking of putting a dock on the other side. Where the doorway, where the entranceway on that side of the build is. But that'll be one of the very last things I do, if I do it. Oh, hang on. Thought it came out too. Maybe I didn't. Grab some more stone. Where are you? Go. Maybe I only did the one side and not the other. Maybe I hadn't done it as wide as I thought I'd done it. Here comes the rain again. I did start it in the right place, didn't I? I did, yes. I was wondering if I was a bit too far over. Okay. Okay. Almost there. And we only do the one on this. Okay, so you don't need to be there. Okay. Oh no, it won't come into effect until the next layer up. I was thinking maybe I'd done something wrong because we had to knock out these 2 blocks on the other side. But we're not quite at the height yet for the decorative one. Not there. Okay. Then we can put the decorative and light blocks in. Do I have any? I do. Good. At least you can craft those in your inventory. Hi Sam, thank you for the creeper and making me jump out of my skin. Oh. are you doing today, Sam? It's good to see you. So, we've got those, but we're going to need a few more. Let's take half a stack. Wax copper. Put you away in there. You good? You just did some mining and now you're at your base. Oh, that's cool. So, we're going to need to knock out these 2 blocks. Thank you. Get these details in. So then it matches up down there. You got 43 diamonds, 43 diamond blocks. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you had a good mining session. You there. Now it's a case of putting in the copper. We can light things up. I dread to think how many copper bulbs I've used so far in this build. Not as many as frog lights though. You found one of those fossils with deep slate diamond. Oh, that's cool. That's definitely a good mining session. Okay. I'm glad Puri mentioned about these redstone blocks for lighting these instead of using the levers that I was previously. It makes it so much easier. You know, I put this here, but I may need to take part of it out. Because I'm wondering if I should have this path join onto that path at the top somewhere. But I'll think about that later. You kind of had to mine up some diamonds since you asked Zedaya to retexture your mountains and cliffs, and of course pay her for it. Yeah, that's cool. And hopefully your mountains will look exactly how you want them to be. So mine are still very much a work in progress. We did a little bit of it, but I have a whole lot more to do. I was looking for... What was I looking for? Oh, that's what I was looking for. I knew soon as I flew over there I'd remember what I wanted. Because that's the way it works. Right. So, let's grab you, and you. $47 isn't going to be enough. That's way more than enough. But they'll come in handy elsewhere. Okay, so let's get rid of those 2 blocks. We got. Now we just need to do this side. Yeah, so this set of staircases going in quicker. But yeah, I'm wondering about breaking the path out a little bit. But once we've got the waterfall and the fountains in, then I'll know for sure whether I do it or not. Because if there's a water feature there, it may be a bit weird for a path to be there. It'll all depend on what I come up with. Right. And seeing as I only have a vague idea of a plan of fountains going into a waterfall-y kind of thing. Until I actually start playing with the design or get a clearer image in my head of what I want. Oh, that's not good. Okay, they're copper bulbs, they're not waxed. Let's wax those to start with. It's a lot easier to just wax them in my inventory than have to do this. Yes, I hear you, Phantom. But I need to wax these before any of them age. There we go. Now let's go find the bed. And then we're slowly going to be doing interior rooms as well. So my next interior room, because now that the kitchen's done, what I do need to do is out here I need to put an entranceway into the courtyard, probably just on this wall here, or rather than that wall there, because there's a drop there, and I put those in to stop myself from falling down here while I sort out the next level. But I need to make a pantry where you'd store all the food stuff. So what I'm thinking is I'll bring these towers down and then it'll give me a narrow corridor into a tower room here, and I can have an entrance hall, and then as there's 2 more towers there, I'll bring those down and then just have 2 little pantries on each side. And then this bottom room I'm thinking of turning into a barracks for the guards, or maybe servants' quarters for sleeping. And we've got some false windows because the way I've designed the windows, you can't see out them. And then in this room over here, this bigger room, or a chunk of it, needs to be a great dining hall. So I've got a few rooms in mind of what needs to happen next. As well as all the terraforming and landscaping that I need to do. Oops, I didn't mean to do that one. I meant to do that one. And then stair step down. So yeah, because I'm thinking that could be partly the servanty quarter and some barracks. Then the great dining hall, and then we need to make a grand hall as well. Then I have to think of all sorts of other rooms to fill the rest of the castle up with. Right, so we need to knock you out from here. We'll go rescue these blocks in a second. Hi, Half Giant. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Now, do I have any blocks down here? I'm not seeing any blocks on this side, so they must all have fallen down this side. And the dolphin pinched one, because of course that's what the dolphin does. And now I can't get the block because I've got the super speedies. Come on, I need to take off. Nope. Like I say, sometimes I can take off, sometimes I can't. Just... Yep. Nope. I can never get into the fly mode. I'm doing better at it, but nowhere near perfect. Right. So... You need to be changed to this. We may as well reuse what we've got. Fortunately, the copper bulbs light up the staircase so we can get rid of torches. So how are you doing today, Half Giant? We don't need to come out that far. Just the one block. Okay, we run out. Let's put the copper bulbs in there and that in there, because we don't need more of those at the moment. You can go away. I please need a name. Please need it. Please need a name Chilies. It is a Patreon server for Tango. Exclamation mark. From Hermitcraft. That is the details of the server I pay on. It is a it's a perk for the $10 a month Patreon for Tango. It is not a free server. So I play on Tango Tech's Patreon server. Right, I needed those, I need those. Have some of those. Let's get these filled in. Oops, wrong place. Right, now we need to go back to the top and put in the posture blocks. These ones. There we go. Oops, nope, wrong place. Come back. Then we need to make sure this matches up with the bit that's going round the corner of the driveway down here. Yeah. That way that can go all the way. Right, so now we just need to do the same on this side. I can place things correctly. Get you. Don't need the torch there anymore because we've got the copper bulbs. So I don't have to worry about things spawning. But yep, definitely that half giant. But we've hit the 2-hour mark. Let's see who is streaming. And let's see. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Copstill, 15 minutes ago, and Maury from earlier. Apologies, I didn't get the beeps. Okay, let's see who is around. Opening new tab. Okay, Lady KB's playing The Sims 4, and I think that's about it for Mr. Joker is streaming, but I don't know what he's streaming. Let's have a quick click on his name to see what he's streaming. He just seems to be chatting at the moment rather than playing a game, so I'm not sure. Okay, I will let you guys find. What I'm going to do is send you Lady KB's way, I think. That way. Let's try that. Like I say, Lady KB is streaming. Whoops. Let's not do that. Mute a second while I grab Lady KB's name. Let's try again. My copy and paste. You can tell it's the end of a long week. Raid Lady KB. You guys have a great rest of your day. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. And I will be streaming Monday because it's a bank holiday, so I don't have to worry about work overrunning. You guys take care and have fun. Bye now.